Pledge allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, roll call.
Smith?
Here.
Patterson? Here. Henderson here. Conan?
Here.
Shoemaker?
Here.
Sleds?
Here.
Galecki?
Here. Okay, minutes for our January meeting. Agenda. Agenda. Okay, sorry. I was doing so good.
And then you started talking.
Yeah. Okay. I don't have any changes to the agenda. Anybody else? Okay.
Make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so moved. Okay, now minutes. Approval of minutes from our January meeting. What are you doing with this? Okay. So are we going to talk about these
No, I'll talk to you at the end.
afterwards? Okay, all right. Excuse me. Okay, anybody have any amendments to the minutes as presented? I do under chair report, and it was stated that I misspoke at the last meeting and called a property the old insurance building on Fulton and Torrey, and actually was a real estate office. So I'd like that to be noted.
As long as we're going to correct things in there should be an apostrophe after Belty.
I just saw that. Yeah.
Grammar.
I don't think we do grammar.
Wait a minute, you are new to planning,
Yes.
and we do need grammar and spelling.
Yes, I do. I fixed it.
Maybe the council doesn't do that. We're real big on grammar. We're real big on grammar here.
We have Dr. Shoemaker on our
Yeah,
board.
that's right.
Okay, hearing no other changes, motion to approve as amended.
So moved.
Second,
I'll second it.
all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. And then, let's see, everybody here, okay. Okay, so now we'll open up the DDA meeting for the purpose of the budget resolution. So if I may, I will read the resolution. At a regular meeting of the Downtown Development Association, the DDA, consisting of a quorum or more duly called and held to on March 3rd, 2014, the following resolution was adopted. The DDA board adopt by a majority of vote of its members the 2014-15 budget of all revenues, expenditures as presented by the treasurer. A copy of said budget is part of the resolution. See attached.
And
We have
an
attached.
attachment, because you guys, it's the same thing you guys already did. Joe's got it right.
You want an attached?
So it's the same thing
You already
that
did.
we
We did it the last meeting.
went over
No
at the last
changes.
meeting.
Nothing.
Nothing.
What?
Nothing changed.
Nothing changed. So can I have it?
The only thing that could possibly change is I don't have from Tom the DDA assessment roll yet.
Okay.
And if anything, that would just increase your revenues, which wouldn't require a budget amendment.
Okay.
So if you did get revenues this year and you're completely out of the negative capture, bonus.
Is that a possibility?
To To a small degree, yeah.
Well, that would be awesome. That would be much sooner than expected.
A little bit. I mean, you're not gonna jump right back into where you were, but,
Yeah,
I mean,
Okay.
you could get a couple $100
Now, is
bucks.
that based on the SCV? Because our SCV went up a little bit this year.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so if you can just maybe come back up here and help me out. So all I want to do is talk about, Becky, you know these? So the only thing I want to do is
Just
get,
look at the front page.
This is the
It's
summary.
here.
This
Okay.
is your income,
yep,
this is your expenses.
And in the
Wait a minute.
bold black.
Yeah, mine went up a little bit.
there's got to be an income, there can't be
No,
zero
there's
income.
zero.
Yeah.
No income whatsoever.
I'm not complaining.
Oh, okay.
That's based on a negative capture.
Based on the negative capture. So this is
I don't
what
like
your
it any
expenses
more
are,
than
which
that.
are your bond payments, that's all it is.
Okay,
So, no income, $25,397.50 worth of expenses.
okay,
And that'll bring your general fund balance down to 3,000.
$3,737.17.
okay.
But you do have the other fund,
The construction
Yeah,
account,
construction.
yeah.
Yeah,
71,000 in there.
okay. So, okay, so I'm not going to reiterate that, it's already been gone over. So that's the only thing I wanted to do. So everybody's clear on that one? Okay. So we need to have a roll call vote on this.
So first we need a motion
Should I
by,
vote?
A motion, yeah, a motion to approve this resolution, this budget resolution.
I have to abstain.
Yeah, 'cause you're
Yeah,
gonna
you
have
should
a council
abstain.
level.
Yeah, you're right. What is it? Okay.
Yeah, there's enough. There's five, we only need four.
motion to approve the resolution?
Yeah.
So moved.
And I will abstain.
Second?
Support.
Second.
Okay. And this is a roll
Roll
call
call
vote.
vote. Conan abstaining. Shoemaker,
Aye.
Patterson. Aye. Smith,
Aye.
Sledge,
Aye.
Delecky,
Aye.
motion carried.
Okay. So that's all we had with the DDA. So we'll go out of the DDA meeting and back into the planning commission meeting. So public comment. Anybody in the audience? Oh, that's right, you can't talk from TV. Okay. Okay, so now we're going right down to chair report, which you guys just love. Okay, so the meeting will be fast, but chair report, you can have this. We talked about what we were going to do this coming year. We're going to do this later, but, okay. So look at the fence ordinance, cell tower ordinance, permitted uses, sign ordinance, because there was some things in the sign ordinance that we stated, but there was inconsistency, so we wanted to relook at those in administrative review. There was also something else that I looked at, and so the planner gave me a list also. She wanted to include medical marijuana. I don't know, the last time that was brought up, I talked with our attorney, our village attorney, and he suggested that we not do that. So his reasoning was that the law was still in flux, and he didn't want to create an ordinance with a law that was ever changing, and if we needed to fight it in court, we'd just do so. So before we go ahead and do anything with that, I want to check with the attorney again. The other thing was and this was kind of mine, we've been talking about parking on planning for the last 20-some years, and kind of heavily in the last couple of years about a particular property. And I looked into creating a parking district that would have its own tax. So the C1 district does not pay for parking, so it's not part of their approval. There is no parking requirements in C1, as you know. So, and the DDA was formed with the thing that no taxes would be levied on the DDA district. So this would be a separate district that would only be the downtown area that would benefit, and it would only be businesses, and it would be all the downtown area that would benefit from that new parking area. So it was something that I was pushing for, and then I got real busy and kind of it fell on the wayside. But anyway, it's something I want to talk about. So, okay.
Then, I think before you talk about creating new taxes, you should be getting some direction from the council on that.
I think the council should kind of, planning and council will work together, and I want to look at it, and then we'll propose something to council.
The planning commission wasn't even willing to look at the chicken ordinance. You know, I just thinking that to start looking into increasing taxes, you might want to get some direction from the council before you do that. Just a point.
And what will council say?
I can't speak for council.
I understand. But if I just ask council a question without giving them any background, it's not much of a question. So I want to ask them a question with background. That's my point. So, do I want to do something that you said? Yes. But do I want to give them some background first? Yes. So, yes, I want to ask, we will get council permission before we do anything, but yes, I'd like to give council some background.
What would this be, Ben? You would purchase a piece of property that the tax would basically pay and maintain?
Well, I don't know what it is. It's creating a tax district. So it would be different than the DDA, it would be different than the C1, but it would be a taxable district. And how is this word? Okay, the village may explore the possibility of acquiring spaces or a payment in lieu of spaces. Such payment would be deposited into a parking fund that could be used to supplement the cost of construction and maintenance of public facilities.
Okay. Oh, that's not bad.
No, it's not. So those that would benefit would be the ones that pay for it, just like like industrial that I did and anybody else that's in C2 or office or industrial has to pay for their own parking. So this would just be a way for the village to offset some parking costs. So again, I don't want to do anything to step on any toes, but in doing so, I want to present a proposal. So, and if planning doesn't want to go along with that, then it will drop. But that's one of the things I'd like to look at. So that's my chair report.
I would have objected to marijuana also, by the way.
Well, again, if Jeff has the same stance, so it's not allowing it, it's making an ordinance for it.
But I would suggest that you get some kind of direction from the council before you would do something like that.
Well, again, you're interjecting council. We didn't even go to council last time because I talked to the attorney. The attorney had his stance, and we just dropped it rather than take it to council. That's your job as liaison.
Well, yes and no.
Well, you gotta get it on the table. It's gotta get discussed at planning level. If you're
Yeah, I
gonna
mean,
propose
this is
something,
what planning is supposed to do. So your job is to keep council appraised of what we're doing. And no, planning never does anything on their own without going to council. You know that, Dave.
Right.
You've been on council longer than anybody.
I just don't want to say that. I don't want to run away planning commission just going off on these.
Okay, Dave,
Well,
you and I have both been
I'm
on
sorry.
council and planning for 20 years. When's the last time that this board has run away with anything without council's approval? Name one. Okay. So, my chair report is over. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Start this meeting on record. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Alright?
Aye.
Dave, you look like you
I'm
might
in
be back
agreement,
on.
I'm in agreement with ending the meeting.